Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Smart Poker YouTube channel and another episode of Sundazed and Confused, number 65. Appreciate everybody stopping by the chat. We're a couple minutes late, and as always, I'm here with Crispy Wannabe.
Hey, everybody. Cheers. It's good to see you all in chat. Simply Grow Buds, Seed Person, Art Man, Iceni, Crazy Pot Mom, Weed Nerd, Hoss Farms, Captain Blackheart, Rowdy, Puffy Grows. It's good to see all of you. Hope you're having an awesome Sunday. We're about to fire up this joint.
Yeah, I posted the wrong link here. I'm trying to get a link up for people to join.
We're off to a rough start.
We are.
A little bit.
It's been a great morning, though. Let's see here. I'll get over there and get the link up for our friends in case anyone wants to join. You can see our tent today's eight weeks exactly today on our tent, right?
Yeah, it's 8 weeks today. We didn't check the trikes yet. They didn't really look.
They're getting there.
They're getting there now. Yeah, I don't really want to check them until I'm just being lazy.
Hey, it seems people are receiving their seeds, and I saw Mountain Dan had got his. It looks like Crazy Pop Mom. I got my seeds yesterday, so that's cool.
That's awesome. That's awesome news. I can't wait to see those genetics going in the Spring Flower Challenge.
Right on.
Which is literally right around the corner. Thursday, we'll be dropping seeds for the Spring Autoflower Challenge, and this year's theme is size matters. Because size does matter.
Yeah.
The size of your room, the size of your tent, the size of your space, the size of your plant.
There's Art Man with some.
Art Man.
Hi there. How are we doing?
Oh, we're doing great. Better now that you're here. What's going on?
Just stopping in, saying hi. Give you the tour if you want.
Oh, yes.
Let me shut my camera off here. I'm going to roll a joint while you do that.
Okay, we can do that.
That'll put you on the big screen.
All right.
Yeah, you was fishing or something last week. I seen you had a whole mess of them.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I've been sick too, so been a couple reasons I ain't been around. So
I hope you feel.
Yeah, I am. I'm feeling great.
Awesome.
So what do we got?
Here we have New England rock candy.
Awesome.
Real good. Cranking it. Here we have Amy Aces.
Awesome.
Doing real good. Yeah.
That's
Here
awesome.
we have Ash Under Glass for a little while later.
Oh, yeah. You're ready, cocked and loaded. Hell yeah.
I am. Here we have Rainbow Butter. Toasty Grower.
That's awesome.
Boy, that thing's really.
I love that plant.
Yeah, it's really
Pushing
cool.
out. It is. It's done real good. So,
that's from OC Grower, right?
that's right. It is. Just starting to show bud. Looking real good. Very, very healthy. No burn tips, nothing like that. Looking real nice.
That's great.
Yeah.
I like the name of that strain, Rainbow Butter.
I know you do.
You'll be tasting
my
the
fingers.
rainbow.
Yep, that's it.
It took him halfway through vets to remember it because we kept asking. He's like, "Oh, I can't remember." And he's like, "You're better at remembering it than I am."
Something about that
No
rainbow.
doubt. She was good. And I got one more thing here.
We got some
I
rainbow.
got some clones.
Oh yeah.
Got my clonies. One of them's got mad roots.
Wow.
The other one's
The other's got no roots. So anyway, but what I do,
it still looks
like that. The bottom of the tray, you messed it up. I never got to explain this part last time. There it is. And then you just pick up your cubes. They're kind of moist. I can feel the weight. Set them back in. That's it.
I like that little tray has those little divots in there to hold like a little pocket of moisture, you know?
I wish I could find another one. I got it at a yard sale. It's made in Germany.
I like it. I like the size of it.
It looks like a deviled egg server or something.
No, it came with peat blocks. It came with the little peat plugs. So it's definitely one of those. But
yeah, no, it's like it was a Sounds like it came as a kit, like almost with the shit
It
already.
was.
Nice.
It was very nice. So
And now you can't find the replacement. Hey, I wanted to say hi to Seed Person, Seed Person, Iceni, and here comes Scrubs too. But yeah, go ahead, Art Man.
excellent. No, I'm done, man. You can go ahead and drop the next person in, and I'll watch. But that's what's going on in my grow. Everything's good. I cut the flow plant I had in there last week. It's hanging. Everything's
Nice.
good.
Is that
So,
I remember you had, I think the last time we spoke was a few weeks back on here. You had just harvested and was smoking fairly fresh. What was it? This the Harlequin, I think. Your wife used it for a headache and stuff.
Yeah.
How's the cure on that coming, man?
it's doing pretty good. But the thing that really shocked me is she had a migraine this last week and smoked half a doob of that,
Yeah.
and it killed the migraine.
Oh wow.
I've never heard of anybody killing migraine with CBD, but I mean, it wasn't completely gone, but it was very manageable,
Right.
very manageable. So it works really well.
Well, that's amazing. Isn't it?
And I'm not, like I said, I'm not a holistic medicine guy. So show me the results.
Yeah, no, I'm the same way, man. I mean, I
Well, the
believe
proof
that
is in the pudding
Yep.
for her. That's
I'm like you. I know. I think some people go above and beyond with it, but I do believe and it's nice when it actually works like that. And some of the stories we've heard on our shows,
oh yeah.
amazing. And
Absolutely.
That's good that she found that strain, because that could be like, I feel that those can be individual. Like my strain that's going to help me with the migraine is going to be different than Smott's.
yeah,
And on down the line. But that's awesome when you get a migraine. Knock on wood, I may have had like one migraine in my whole entire life. I don't know. I'm not even sure. What a migraine is. I know people suffer some horrible, pain with those migraines, and my heart goes out to them. And if you find a strain that's going to help with that, you're going to keep that in the back of your mind. You're going to, want to, that's getting that relief would just be a dream.
they're bad. I used to work with a guy that had migraines, and he would literally go and curl up in the corner and wrap his head in like a shirt, and then he had this stuff because he couldn't even drive home. We were like, just go home. He's like, I can't drive now. So often he'd have to call his wife to come get him, but he'd wrap his head in the shirt because the light would kill him. And he had this stuff he would snort up his nose like a mist. He'd go right up his nose like a Flonase looking shit. It was just a one-time use deal, and that was like the only thing that would kill it halfway. But he had them headaches so bad, it was like debilitating. Look, he's about to get
so
down.
cool. That looks so freaking cool. I love that. I want to try that old school again someday.
What's
In a minute.
is that a multiple strain hash or a single strain hash or?
Well, I did like 3 strains. I'm not even sure which one it is. It's a single. It'd be single.
Okay, yeah. I got you. You made.
I have been pressing multiple strains in flower on my press, which is really good.
Yeah, it makes like a full spectrum, huh?
Double effect, yeah.
Adds more flavor too, I'm sure.
Kicked my butt. Yep.
That's awesome.
Hey, it looks like Puffy D joined us too. So hello everybody that's with us at the moment. We're gonna bounce around here and in the order that people came. I think that's the only fair way to go.
Show off some gardens and awesome.
That's cool seeing the hash, old school hash.
I know, and to see everybody's plants.
I like this.
I love the Sundays and Wednesdays for that.
Well, I know this is the one day that I see these actually free to come stop by. That's always nice. And I like the Amy Aces and the Nerf right there. Those are 2 strains. I love Amy Aces and very excited about doing the Nerfs. I'm looking forward to following along with actually both of those.
I can't wait to try them. I've heard so much.
We're smoking Beauregard right now, man, and it's great. It smells when you're breaking it up. This might sound offensive, but it's actually good. It smells like BO all over your fingers and shit. You smell it. It has that sort of raunchy, like a skunky BO sort of. It's hard to explain.
It's hard to explain.
It's not offensive. It's actually good, but that's only one.
The terps, like even cutting her down, the terps like burn your nose, like made my eyes water a little bit.
Yeah.
Her terpene profile was like strong, like pungent.
She's potent.
And but she's got great hints of like fruity, like blueberry grape is what I like. It tastes like grape when I take a dry hit. She's got that undertone of grape. So buzz, man, nice. We're excited about it
too.
It's
been in the canitrol for about a month, but I think it's still changing. But yeah,
it's in the canitrol for a month. I thought you got it out of there.
It was done in 8 days,
Well,
but I just leave it sitting there on hold instead of jarring it up. I mean, it
And
keeps
we-
it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we tried her at
knew.
8 days, and then we tried her like at the 2-week mark. And
Yeah, watch the change. Yeah, you can. It has long-term storage capability too, Art Man. You can just leave them in that way. Then when you take them
Cool.
out, you don't have to burn the jars or nothing. They're just done. But they do change a little bit in the jars. I told my wife they lose a little bit of. I call it softness, but there's something about the snap after it's been in the jar for a couple of weeks versus that snap. And I don't know what it is. Call me crazy. You won't be the first one. Hey.
Crazy.
You're looking for
That's
that,
right.
right?
That's right, baby. Seed person, you were the first one here after the Art Man. Did you want to show anything? You hanging out for the moment? I just didn't want to jump over you there. I know you don't have the camera on. No, he might have
No
stepped away.
microphone, maybe.
You're muted.
Yes, for the first hour.
There he is.
There we
Hey,
are.
buddy.
Okay.
He said,
Heard it for a second.
Yeah.
who was next? Was it Scrubs or
I
IC?
think Iceni came in,
Okay.
and then Scrubs, and then Puffy.
And there's look at the colors over in Puffy's stand.
Yeah. Well, I think that
From
from
last
last week he said he's coming
Yeah.
up on the harvest of that. So
Just
we'll get to show off his garden before those come down and go into his canitrol.
Are you seeing Art Man or Iceni?
I see Iceni.
I see everyone. I see all three of us. I do not see you though.
Okay, Iceni is on the
Okay.
screen there.
What am I on the main screen?
Where are we? Where? Right. Okay.
There you
There
go.
you are.
Back.
Hey, buddy.
Hello?
Hi.
Yeah, I'll just check and see if I was muted or not. Yeah, it's looking good. I reckon I've got about a week left. Maybe a couple of days on some of them, like this one here. Swear I'm all everywhere. This one here is looking pretty much.
You got some great color in your garden too, man.
Nice trike.
They look ready.
Trike
Huh?
rails on those sugar leaves. Wow.
How long's it been since you flipped?
I'm not entirely sure, but I think it's about 8. We're about 8 weeks this weekend, give or take a day or two.
Okay. You're right with us then, man. Right with us.
It's these are the strawberries, the rosette from Greenhouse Seeds. These ones have really impressed me. I mean, this is a lower. It's come up all the way from down the bottom. This one I have.
It's looking great too, man. It's got nice color.
Oh, beautiful color.
You run a colder room. I remember talking about. I think he's running his room at like 62 or something.
Round about 24. You know, whilst we're in the winter, because I don't generally if it's in a range of sort of 22 to 27, I'm just going to let it rock whatever it is.
Gotcha.
Obviously, at the when we're in summer and it's like above 30 outside, I'm going to struggle in here. It's going to get up to around about. I'm going to probably maintain whatever the temperature is in my house.
Right.
Because I pull all the air from the house. You know, I've got lots of dogs and people in my house, so there's plenty of CO2 available.
It's 75 degrees for those who are wondering. The Celsius 24 Celsius is 75 Fahrenheit. Look at that. Looks like fall.
I love
This
those
is-
fall colors.
This is
Looks beautiful.
King's Tart. It's a LA Kush Cake cross Bubba Slush.
Oh, wow.
This one is actually got a real sweet, fruity almost bubble gummy almost.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And candy is very, very sticky as well. I'll just touch that and I'll do
I
the
can
old.
actually see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that. I don't know how well it relates, but you said there was some Kush in that LA Kush. One of my favorite strains was that OG Kush we grew.
Yeah.
Man, it seemed like seed after seed come out really good. And so anytime I hear that Kush name, I know there's lots of variations, and who knows how much is in that one. But when I hear that,
Right.
my ears perk up. Bubble gum
This-
seems way different than ours, though. That's a nice color. What's going on in there?
This one is Raspberry Soul from Trichome Jungle. It's the buds are not quite as big on this one, but it's very well stacked, and it's frosty all the way down. As you can see, it's gets quite in there. This quite a nice plant. Considering I don't know if I topped this one. I don't think I did. Didn't top this one at all. I just used the training clips on it. And this is all one plant here.
It's to be expected when you run all them different genetics, and some buds aren't going to be as big as others. But like you said, that could end up being your favorite smoke right there. You know, it just sucks you have the least amount of it. Then, you know.
No, I can already tell that these big girls here are going to be my favorite smoke.
Yeah, they got.
I've already had one of the lowers off there, so yeah, that's nice. That's an aliens over the back there. It's in a little plastic pot. It's now going yellow. This one, it's yellow now. It's probably got a bit of a deficiency because it's in a. I'm not that great with a small plastic pots, but I'll try and give it a go. Sort of like a 1.5, 2 gallon pot. See how I can.
Oh wow, that thing did well with soil too. Not just water.
Yeah. This nice colourful one. That's in a small plastic pot as well.
Yeah.
It's got living soil in there. It's probably about 3 gallon, that one. Let me see if I can come around and show some other ones. Like this one, there's a plastic one. So what will happen next week, hopefully, I'll have these chopped down, and I'll actually make up another one of these out of all the plastic pots that I've got going. I'll add another couple of bags of soil, some lava rocks and whatnot, some worm casts. So I'll use my worm bin as well, which I might even be able to make up 2 of these. So at the minute I rock 4 in the centre here with pots around the side, but I'll probably, my goal is every time is I'll make up a new pot or new living soil. I like to call them beds, even though they're only 30 gallons.
Right.
Like,
Well, that sounds good. Now, when you cut these ones down, right? And regardless, this is kind of separate from what you was talking about, but when you cut these ones down, will you do anything to these pots, or just plant right in them again, or you put some worm castings on there and some other shit to kind of recharge them?
What I'll do, because I've got all sorts of little bits on here, as you can see.
Yeah.
You know, this is a living mulch.
So you're just constantly resupplying it all the time, then. Pretty much.
Yeah. So basically, what I'll do is when I've harvested, I'll clean everything up. Whatever cover crop is on here, I'll do chop and drop, and then I'll get a new fresh layer of barley straw.
Okay.
Yeah, and that just makes it all look pretty. You know,
Right.
When you look at it like this, you know, it's not very appealing. You know, it's not very eye pretty. The bugs and everything love it because, you know, it's. Let me see if it's just alive.
That helps keep your moisture in there and everything. Yeah. Look at that. Worm in his first little handful. Rocking and rolling over there.
I like those worms. That's cool.
Yeah. You got
The
yourself
Didio avocado tech, obviously.
They love them avocados, huh?
That's
Yeah.
They're like, damn, dude, how you gonna do me? Give my shit back. Yeah, they love it. They're perfectly wrapped under there, man.
Yeah, so when that's all done, I'll come on it or something if you like, and I'll put it all together with everyone else, and show everyone the process of making up a big bed that's going to last you years.
Right on. Yeah, that's good information, man. I like to see how
This
you
is
do that.
This is another raspberry song. Hasn't gone any colour yet. I reckon this one's probably got another 2-3 weeks left on it yet. But yeah, it's the same age as that one down there.
Oh wow. You think that one might be a little less lit? It looks like it might be a little under lit more than the other one or something. So I noticed if I'm under lit, it takes a little longer to finish. I guess you're right under it there. You're pretty lit up.
It's about the same. It's about the same on the other one. I think just a different phenotype. It's got a slightly different. This one actually smells like raspberry, whereas the other one looks like raspberry.
Ain't that how it goes?
But yeah, these ones are definitely going to be there. I've got a few seeds come out of this as well, so I suspect at some point when I've done my work with the Amy Aces pollen, I didn't clean the fan up there. That's behind that HPS light. There's a fan up on the seat or up right on the top of the wall.
Yep.
I didn't clean it, and about halfway through flowering, I knocked the fan whilst it was on. So I probably sent some pollen flying around in here, and probably if I find any seeds in here, it's going to be whatever got crossed with Amy Aces again. So
hey, isn't it ironic? I hear stories of people like yours just now. You got a little bit of pollen in the air, and it carried all the way over from your fan. Then I hear about people who collect their pollen, do everything they can to store it right, then they come back and try to use it and it doesn't take. And I'm thinking, now you did everything you could. This guy tried to avoid it and he gets, you know what I mean? Isn't that ironic? But someone once told me that moisture is bad for the pollen. So I was thinking in between, like if we ever get pollinated in between the grow, I'm going to get it in there and get it nice and moist inside that tent with the fans running and shit, and then hurry up and dry it out real low as the best I can or something, and try and do all the shit. That way I can get into every nook and cranny better than I can with a spray bottle and shit. Kind of use like nature there. But boy, that's beautiful buds, man. Hell yeah.
I do love these big grenades. People are a little bit scared sometimes to grow the big buds and stuff. As long as you keep your environment. And I find the other thing, I'm doing a little bit of a risky thing here, touching my buds. Normally I don't like to touch them, and I don't like to injure them, like take any leaves off, any defoliation, which is going to leave an open wound, is going to leave this susceptible to the old bud rot. So I typically, I do like the big buds. I don't lie. I can't lie.
No, I do too, man. We just pulled some out of the machine there that we had kept, and they're like, man, they're tight and hard, and they fit in your palm of your hand. When she was cutting them down, I was like, we can keep a couple of those just because I like to hold them and look at them every so often and shit. But yeah, we try not to hold on to too many and bust. Well, I have golf balls because I just feel safer, but I know what you mean, man. It's a wonderful thing. Looked like somebody dropped off there. Oh, seed person. Yeah. He might have lost connection or something.
I haven't had any bud rot for probably 10 years. I haven't had anything like
Boy,
that.
That's great luck. That's awesome.
Not being in a tent is a big freaking help, man. You got a lot of airspace there to really condition and to be able to pick up some of the load. He's pretty good at this by now. I think you've been down that road a couple of times. Yeah.
I think sealed environments are not the way to go. I think moving air, having I'd probably move too much air through here. So that's what I have to put humidity into it you know, if I want to hit any VPDs, I'm going to have to switch on a humidifier because I move that much air through the room. But because I move that much air through the room, it's always fresh and it's always clean. It's not stale. It's not allowing anything to, you know, to grow and to accommodate itself because it's constantly getting clean.
Yep.
No microclimates.
No,
Yeah.
well, the canopy does that. You know, essentially, if you're not blowing too hard, I try to blow around the room, so it's like a circulation. I don't try to, you know, occasionally I'll come in and I'll direct the fan on and I'll give them 5 minutes of, you know, swinging around because it helps to strengthen them and everything else. But generally, I'm just, you know,
Yeah, man. I'm glad.
as long as I feel comfortable in here, that's the that's the. As long as I'll keep it comfortable for myself.
Hey, that's what we was just talking about the other day. That you know, we were telling someone if you jammed you and 3 of your buddies in a 4x4 tent at 100 degrees and 60% humidity, it's not going to be comfortable for you, you know, and especially if you guys are rubbing elbows and touching each other and stuff because it's full, you know. You want that little bit of space through there. And if you are going to be that close, you want to create conditions to where you can be as comfortable as you can be without sweating on the dude beside you. And if you think about it like that and put your plants in perspective, you know, and then you realize you want to keep your air, you know, fresh and clean.
Because you're ain't nobody about me. Just so fresh and so clean.
Oh my God, she did it. She did it. I love it.
I just used that song on one of my videos.
We sing and dance and grow buds, man. Hey, it's nice. I'm glad that you stopped by here towards the end. I love seeing the buds right for the harvest. I know we got Puffy D's over there too, ready to harvest as well. And I love seeing them.
Yeah, right before the harvest, right at the end. I think that they're most beautiful to like everything's coming together. They get that look to them, the fade, they're frosty as hell. It just, I don't know. I love that bud right before the chop. She looking the finest to me.
And I think that, you know, you also get that this is kind of like selfish, but it gives me a good eye on putting strains in my memory bank of like, damn, I seen this one dude growing this platinum OG, or I seen this one, you know, and if you see it rated, I don't know, there's something that you look at them, you kind of tell you how that bud's going to roll and how it's going to feel in your finger.
Sticky,
you know what I mean? And shit, you're like, oh, I like the structure of it tells a lot, it seems like. But yeah, I seen you.
Your buds are beautiful and you did a great job.
We've been following along for a while. It's nice to see that. I know.
Since they were wee lasses.
Yeah, knee high to a grasshopper.
Yeah, thanks everyone. It's been a pleasure, you know, showing everyone. It is simple. When you don't overthink shit too much. Sorry about my language there. When you don't overthink it too much, you know, a lot of it is genetics as well. Don't get me wrong. You know, some stuff's just indestructible these days, no matter what you do to it. You know, but it's,
you know, I think genetics are really important for that brand new grower. I've never grown before.
Yeah,
you know, you want to have good, strong genetics on your side. If you're not really familiar, you're just winging it and you're not just learning.
Be happy as well. That's the key thing. Is, you know, your emotions, and I think we're connected. So, you know, this is an extension of me.
Yeah.
Essentially, you know,
Isn't that true, man? When shit's fucked up in your life and you're on a rough patch or on a rough road, it seems like it reflects in your garden. You know, maybe it's because of the attention you give or don't give. But you're right. And when things seem to be firing on all cylinders and you're feeling healthy and strong, it seems like your garden often represents that. At least that's the way it is in our house. You know.
Well, that's the game we're all involved in. You know, the simulation or reality that we all create for ourselves. Yeah,
I've always said,
I totally believe that is we get everything we actually want, and what we want is what we care about. So So what we care about, we put time and effort into. So essentially, we do get everything we want. You know?
Yeah. And I've often said when I walk into when we had an open room like yours there, as soon as I would open the door, I would get a feeling of like something's not right almost immediately. And I remember a couple of times people thinking I was crazy because I said that, and I'm like, no, man, I'm telling you, when you, or even when you unzip the tent and something's wrong, like if there's mold or if, you forgot to turn the fan or anything weird, it'll hit you immediately. And it's not just because the humidity's high. It's just, I don't know, man. I feel like you get that sense. The plants give off some kind of a shit, and I know that sounds.
It does sound ridiculous, and I, for one, have just looked at SMOT and rolled my eyes, thinking, "What? What?" But
There's
I've gone like where we get, it's time to do our chores. We go up, we open the door, like everything's fine. As soon as we open the door, something's wrong. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Then I look him over.
And then he's like, look right there. And from across the room, he said, look, that plant has mold. I'm thinking, okay, you are crazy now. But he did see that one brown leaf that looked out of place and he spotted it right away. And I'm like, oh my goodness.
Or if the high,
more in tune with this garden than I am.
If the EC's real high or something, they get this funked up look to them. You can just kind of see that there's something ain't right with them. They don't have that real soft looking leaf that they should have. That is nice. You can tell he's at the end here, ready to roll.
They are beautiful.
Right on.
Yeah, I'm getting excited because I've been smoking Star Dog off, from the chaps down the road. I'm a little bit tired. I want something. Like I said, I've took a couple of lowers off there and fast dried them on top of my TV box. It gives off a little bit of heat, and within a day, I've got a little bit of smokable. Even the fast dried stuff was like, wow, I'm excited.
Well, I hope you continue to join us on Sundays when you're free. Let us know how it's gone. I look forward to seeing that the pot reset, and maybe watch him build that other big pot or something if you get time to stop by. That'd be freaking awesome, man.
That'd be cool.
Layered in there. We'll get to dig into one of my wife's favorite things, which is your purple worm bin.
Oh yeah, I like the worm bin. I want to do it just for my own backyard garden.
Yeah, we were digging up our soil. I've seen. We moved all of our we took all of our homemade compost and last year's beds and combined them all into one bed. And as I was digging through it, I was chopping worms in half left and right. I couldn't help it. It was every shovelful.
Yeah,
I was all excited. I was like, come on. I said, look, this is what them guys was talking about. I said, these worms are really working well. And sure enough, man, it was all through there. And now I guess there's a lot of dead ones for them to stuff. I couldn't help it. Every shovelful I had 4 or 5, it seemed cut in half, And
I feel the same every time I try and pot up, if I'm sticking something a little bit bigger than there, and I've got to create a hole in here, I'm probably going to kill a few bugs and whatever, It's a sacrifice, and I'm thankful for, and I try and put an avocado down over one side of the pot to try and encourage most of the worms and everything away from where I'm going to be next planting up. But,
Oh, that makes good sense. It kind of draws them all over there to that area, so you can do
or I'll put something like a plant pot on the top.
Yeah,
I'll put some stuff in there, because the worms naturally always want to come up, and they'll always think that if you put something attractive in there, you can just then scoop them up and move them away.
What a good tip, man. And then,
that's cool to know.
Yeah, and then that way you'd be able to save most of them from getting chopped up, And I know it's not going to it's not going to collapse our population, but I'm thinking, they're helping me out. I'm cutting them in half. And I don't know.
That's that karma feeling, isn't it?
The Buddhist thing. It's the Buddhist. But yeah, I definitely appreciate it, Iceni. I want to jump around here, make sure everybody gets some time. You're welcome to hang out, buddy, as always. Scrubs and Scrubs would be up next. I see seed person going back with us again.
I'll jump in the cat. I normally can't do 2 things at once.
It's tough, man. I'll try to watch the chat on my phone and try to get, it's not easy sometimes. That's why I sometimes hit the wrong button. Let's see.
Nice.
And
Oh,
it is not easy being cheesy.
and Artman got us in there with a different view now. You can see his lights all stacked up there. He's
And the beautiful rainbow butter.
Rainbow butter.
Ah. Scrubs, you're up next, buddy. If you got something you want to.
There we go.
What's up,
Hey,
y'all?
Scrubs. What's up, buddy?
What's up, our man? Ain't talked to you for a while.
Yeah.
Nice to hear from you, man.
It's nice to see your plants
Uh,
again.
You said you liked that OG. There's Hal's OG Kush. Was it OG Kush Kim Dog Blueberry?
That's awesome. Can you turn your phone sideways for us?
I forgot.
Get a wide view of it.
I always
And
forget.
the American one is in chat, so maybe he'd be checking it out. Hello,
Yeah,
and
that
cheers
one.
to everyone.
I finally got to try the Time Rack and Times Blueberry, and that one is very, very good.
Oh, I bet.
That might be one of my favorite strain names. As far as like just strain names, it's a really
Time
cool
Rack.
one. Time Rack.
Yeah, that's what you want.
Yeah.
It's legit.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure we have all experienced that. Sit down to smoke a joint and you like, well, you know, I got an appointment to make. Yeah, I couldn't been here more than 10 minutes and you look and it's been an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Time wrecked.
Yep.
Yep. But this is that Silver Pearl I've been playing with. And I actually have tester seeds to send out. So if anybody wants any, I self this one, and then I have that parlay that I made with it.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So anybody listening, and if they're
Oh
listening,
yeah, I want one of them.
Oh yeah, there's a couple people on a waiting list. But there's
It's worth it.
the cheap home grow outdoor. I've been taking them outside every day for an hour or so to
harden them up.
get them, and you can see they're turning a little darker.
Yeah. A little bit more light to process out there, huh?
Yeah,
Oh, you
these are
got
going back to veg.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Won't be long. You'll be trimming all that nasty. You got a lot to go. Are those all going outside, or are you going to call some of them?
No, just these in the cups. These are those ones that I've pollinated and then re-vegged. You can see the bud in there.
Yep. I see it. I remember the tall plant that got cut out. Remember it was in there? That's one I always.
It harmed out on me.
Yeah, I remember that. Getting rid of the cuts. Yeah, that's cool. I'm looking forward to that this year. Hopefully you won't get any of that mold. You got any plans?
Yeah, the only thing I can think of is the where I had them so close to that building, I was going to move them out a little further so they get a little more airflow.
I thought about spreading the colas a little more, but I don't know how feasible that is with the amount of plants you're going to have or what kind of structure you would need. That thing's 8-foot tall. That colas the size of my leg. I'm thinking you need one hell of a wire setup or something, some kind of mesh. I don't know how people feel about netting outside.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'll show you.
It's a lot of work.
Because like I seen, he said, I had a big problem with caterpillars last year, and he was saying like tearing the leaves and creating an open wound.
Yeah.
I had caterpillars really bad. But yeah, you can see I moved this one out. I'm gonna use that cage.
When you cut them open, that's that bricks inside. That's just like sugary sap for an insect, and you got 50 openings like that. They're coming to get some, you know what I mean? Kind of like woodpeckers. When them woodpeckers go back to the same holes they pecked last year, they open them up.
Yeah.
All bees, the squirrels, everything comes to get a lick of that sap, and it's like same deal. That's a beautiful cage.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I really like that cage. That's badass.
It looks like a shark cage, man.
It came off one of those water tanks.
Oh, like a plastic insert inside.
Yeah, I've got another one coming to try and make. I'm gonna cut it in half to make that one 1.5, just in case it gets too tall.
That's pretty cool. I like that idea. It'll help support them and spread them out, kind of like a dual,
Yeah.
on that on a windy or rainy day, or just one of those. You'll have them. You'll be in there dunking them again.
There's all them seeds.
Oh, cool.
I got a
Holy
thing of them
shit!
made up.
Well, these are the seeds you're sending out for people to grow.
Yeah. If anybody wants to try them, I've got. I think I threw 5 of them in soil and got them to germinate. I think one of them's over here. One of the neighbors wanted to try some. But yeah, there's one of the S1s.
Nice.
Cool. Well, that's awesome. Somebody who
Like, to get other people's opinions helps, whether it's something to pursue or not.
now, is that for USA people only or Canada?
Yeah,
only?
I probably can't get into Canada.
Yeah, I found out recently that it's much easier for Canadians to send seeds to us than it is for us to send seeds to Canada. Something
I
about
had trouble the other way. I
They're
couldn't get them
legal,
from Canada.
Yeah, I don't think it's easy either way. I just think one way has like twice the red tape. Makes it so if you were like a big commercial growing off and you wanted to get some seeds from Canada, it'd be a little bit easier than someone up there wanting to get ours across their border. From what I understand.
Huh.
I don't know exactly. That's what I was told, I guess.
Well, Scrubs, I put your Instagram link in the chat. Is that like the best way people can get on there and DM you to get a hold of
Yeah. Yep, that's fine. I appreciate it.
Cool.
Awesome. We appreciate you being an awesome gromie.
Yeah, that's nice sharing your shit and people know exactly what it is. There's no, misrepresentation.
Well, like the biggest thing, I was talking to a guy the other day. I could care less if there's ever a dispensary on the corner, but
Right.
everybody should be able to grow. And if somebody wants to learn or can't afford seeds or something, I'll send you anything I got.
Right on, man.
You know what I mean? I'd rather see somebody growing their own than go and find dispo stuff.
Without a doubt. For that sentiment, I can think of pretty much everyone on the panel and a handful of people in the chat that are always sharing seeds and sending seeds and have the same mentality, which is nice. Even like used lights or parts that someone doesn't need, they send them to someone else, and that's it's once you learn how to grow and learn what you need, it's good to save people money any way you can, especially if you have an influx of seed. But we're over on Puffy's garden
I
now.
see some beautiful color going on in your garden, Puffy.
Oh yeah, we are a few days from chop. I'm flushing right now, so all those beautiful colors are coming out right now. Drop the temperature down, so they're
Looks like a
fading.
marionette show in there, man.
Oh yeah, I love my yo-yos.
Yeah.
I actually
yeah.
look the yo-yos give.
Rowdy
It's-
wanted to see how I hung them up.
Excellent. Hey, Puffy. I want to see this too.
That's pretty badass.
In a string and go into the string.
Yeah, just put a few strings across the top of the tent, and then they just clip right into the string, so I can pretty much just slide them wherever I need them and drop them down.
And you can leave them there once you're done. String them up and just kind of let them there until the next run, right?
Yeah, I'll just leave them there.
No need to unhook them. Yeah, that's a pretty good idea.
I like
man.
that idea.
Especially being
I'm
able
going to
to
rethink mine now.
Yeah, because I don't like seeing them hooked to the light. I don't know. It always makes the light go crooked and all this. It just feels wrong.
Well, not only that, if you need to do any adjustment on your light, then you're hooked to all your plants.
Yep.
So this just makes it way easier. It comes right down in between the bars, and it's no problem. They're pretty stout strings too.
Right on, man.
And the springs in them are strong enough that I don't have to actually set the length, like put the stopper on. The springs actually keep enough tension on the plant that it'll hold it just right where it's at. So there's no strain on it at all.
Nice. Hell yeah. You got some nice colors on that light. What is that over there? You know what I seen the other day? I was gonna, what the hell was it? Somebody made a cross of slurricane, and I know that's one of your favorites. And they were working it out, and they all hermed on them, man. And I was thinking, damn, that's. So I was going to ask you, is that one? Do you know if that one's hard to breed with, or is that just bad luck maybe on their part?
The only experience I've had with breeding slurricane is just that accidental cross of the gold leaf and the slurricane. The resulting seeds of those have all been perfectly stable, though.
Cool, good deal. Yeah, I was wondering. I was thinking because I know some cross. I think it was Mac was one of them. They said was hard to sell for cross or anything. I know some of them were like that, and I was thinking that sucked because I think if I remember correctly, dude was looking for the medicinal factor that comes with slurricane, and he was like, "This sucks that they all hermed, and I got to try again." Blah blah blah. And I was just, how it is, kind of a heartbreak.
Yeah.
But
it happens,
Hey, Puffy, thanks for sending me those. I can't wait to start that.
Oh, no problem. I'm excited to find out if they help your wife or not. I mean, that's the biggest thing is, I want them to benefit her, or, at least you get some benefit out of it. But I know that they're really good for pain, insomnia, anxiety. It's a really calming bud is what it is.
Fantastic. Sounds great.
Just so everybody knows that it's slurricane we're mentioning, right?
Slurricane crossed with the gold leaf, the golden slurricane.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that. But boy, look at the colors on them. Hey, I want to say hi to the chat. I see South Nelson, small tubes. Doc MJ Coco says garden looks great. Puffy. There's Rowdy. Donkey goes.
Freedom.
Cheers, everybody. Puffy's about to go over his tent with us here.
Yeah,
so I'll go over what I got going on here. I'm flushing right now, and I have 3 different strains in here. If you see that space back there is empty already. That's the one that I harvested last week. But this one over here is Gary Payton, and the one back there was Gary Payton as well. And then these 2 here, which is really, really funny that these 2 don't look anything alike, but they're the same strain.
Hey, that's some shit. That just
but it's cool because I may end up with some different type of smoke between the 2, and that'll be awesome too.
Right.
So just more variety. But these 2 are banana mango, and these last 2 over here are the lava cakes.
Lava cakes.
Now I wanted to mention to the listeners that those are seeds from the Homegrown Cannabis Company.
Yes, these 2 over here and this one here and the one that I pulled them back are all from the Homegrown Cannabis Company. These 2 here are Humboldt seeds.
That's going back to the middle ones, those banana ones. Some of the bananas I've seen, Puffy, have gotten pretty dark. It seems like the back one seems more like a banana, what I would expect. And this is pretty cool. It shows you. I'm trying to think of. I know they have the phenotypes, the geno, the chemo, all that shit.
Yeah.
But it shows you that this is the exact same environment, with the same genetics and shit.
Same nutrient schedule, everything.
Yeah, I like that. It's pretty cool to watch that come out.
But yeah, this one here for sure is definitely needs to come out because it's actually starting to foxtail. But the one in back, let's see if I don't lose signal here. The one in back, it's like way ready.
Wow.
Yeah.
She's frosty too.
That's a banana, right?
Right.
Yeah, it looks like it. Those lava cakes, they look like they're still got maybe I don't know. I see some white hairs. Obviously it's hard to look under a microscope, but what do you think on those ones? They pretty close?
Yeah, they're close, but I don't think it'll hurt them to let them go longer.
You'll be able to stagger your harvest labor too a little bit,
Yeah, I'm hoping that these 2 finish out a little late because these are done, and this one is pretty much done too. I mean, there's just a little bit of white hairs there that are still left that need to change, but the trikes all look good, and it's really, really close. So I figure Wednesday or Thursday, I'll probably be At least harvesting the tops off everything. I may go ahead and just lower the light down and let the rest of it finish out too.
Right
Because
on.
even it's got a pretty thick canopy. I didn't go real deep on my cleaning, so you still see a lot of smaller stuff down here,
Uh-huh.
even on this one.
I have that every time.
I gotta say that Harry Payton, those colors make that plant so beautiful.
Oh yeah, I love
If
that.
you got mines.
That's a nice fade.
A strain I may want to grow down the road, because I gotta say there's.
You know why I didn't grow it? Because that's the only reason I didn't pick that one to grow from the plants, because it was a dude's name on a girl's plant, and it just seemed to do it. I'm thinking like I'm going to be inviting the herm gods into my tent or something, you know. And
right.
I do want to mention the American one has joined us, and I wanted to say that considering names about genders or whatever, we are going to be growing Sticky Dicky in the SAFC Size Matters Spring Autoflower Challenge. Sticky Dicky. I just want to throw that out. I just like saying it.
I've got one of Tal's plants over here getting ready to be flipped too.
Well, there's Tal. He just joined the show.
How's everybody doing? It's good to see everything. I love seeing the
What's
plants.
up, Tal?
How you doing, puppy?
Hey, Taro. What's up, man?
Awesome to have you here today.
There's
man,
my
person
violet
I
Beauregard. I'm getting ready to flip.
Excellent. Yeah. I said it before. I need to figure out I need to either get a new repost for Instagram, because I wanted to repost that spot poker picture. Yeah.
Which one? I missed that. Which
The one with the violet Beauregard finished.
Oh,
It wasn't
yeah.
dry yet, but yeah.
Yeah, we're smoking her right now. I literally got a third of a joint in my hand.
Now, for real, honestly, like the yield wasn't as good as Amy, right?
Not as good. No.
Right. It wasn't would you complain? But I
would not complain.
Oh no, I would
Okay.
totally throw Violet Beauregard again.
I can tell you this.
She's very pleasurable.
She gets hard too. You can fit 1.5 ounces in one jar, man. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hard.
I think the cheesequake helps with the nug hardness, and if it's crossed like with the Amy Aces, I think Amy has some dense nugs. So like that, she comes out stupid, like rock nug.
When I was loading up the jars, man, the first couple that went into the jar, you could hear them pinking off the bottom, man. And that's no shit. That's
and the violet Beauregard is tight, good. Yeah, I love it all actually, but
oh, yeah. And it does. It has like a BO smell, man. I don't know. Like my wife's right. I smell like a grape or taste like a grapeish undertone. But when I'm done breaking it up and I smell my fingers, it's almost enough to make it'll make your eyes water and shit. You know, it's pretty strong terps.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty anxious to see how my violet turns out.
And yeah, Scrub Shubs is saying, I'm going to send you some Time Wreck by Blueberry, Smart and Crispy, but no, like, yeah, because I didn't realize how good that one was going to be, but yeah, you don't have to like go growing it out or anything, but I'm going to send you some anyway.
Oh, if it comes, we'll grow.
Oh yeah. It's like one of my favorite strain names just because of the name. Another one is Think Different. Like if I want a strain just based on name alone and nothing else, those two are on my top 10 list.
That is a good one. Think Different. I like it.
I do too.
I still want the platinum. I got a couple on my list though. Yeah, it's gonna be. We got something to grow out. I got some Farmer's Fire here. Chef OMJ sent us.
It makes the future so exciting. It doesn't matter when we'll get around to doing some of these things, but I'm thinking this is gonna be so much fun for the next 15 years going with you, baby.
We're buying the 420 tax discount, you know. So
there you go.
Yeah, so we're gonna have it on deck. So eventually
I got 10 of them today. Smart.
Did you?
That reminds me to remind everyone to get on them 420 deals, because
oh yeah,
there's some deals out there. Like I've been looking at stuff and
on everything.
If you just watch like the websites of anything that you want, the price
Yeah.
varies drastically throughout a whole year. You know, if you just wait for sales, you can get stuff a lot cheaper.
Right. We're gonna have a code for Photon Tech for Medic Grow. So if anybody wants to buy any of those two items, there's a link down below to take you to our Grow sponsor page. Has all of our codes listed there. We got 2 more coming real soon. And if there's anything else you want, our good friend Doc MJ put together a long list of stuff, and he'll have the Photon Tech and Medic Grow too on his list, and save yourself
I'm a big believer in the Medic Grow lights.
Me too, man.
Yeah, and if you're in the market, if you're listening to this and you're in the market, don't pay full price for these items. Get the discount, and you'd be helping some gromies out too.
Yeah, you're funding good people at any cost there. And
Yeah, saving money. Who doesn't want to save money, right?
Yep.
Why pay full price?
What'd Kramer say? Retail's for suckers, right? Hey, that's what
Atticus or Scout. I see the belly. It's got to be Atticus.
Oh,
Damn.
how you gonna
What's up,
do?
everybody?
Aw.
All right. Hey, Seed Person.
So, buddy, how's it going, seed person?
That's a well-kept cat.
That is true.
Oh, he hasn't missed a meal in many moons.
Oh, there's
Got 'em
buddies.
both.
Look how thin he is. He gets very
I'm
little.
okay.
I don't know. It's deceiving.
So
Catfish
you
picture.
guys,
So much fun, and they're adorable, man. Them's our buddies through the screen. Look at this. He got all kind of stuff happening here.
this is my my auto challenge, smallest auto, and this has just been getting like ice cubes in the water, and so that's the final pot. I'm just gonna keep like fucking with it. I might take it out of the pot, mess with the roots a little bit, put it back in, see if it'll flower like right now.
Oh, wow.
In the next week or so.
Get one little bud on top.
Yeah, just like one little tiny.
One bowl. That's all it's going to produce. One bowl.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I feel like it's my duty to let you know that plant. Well, maybe we can make an exception for that one because it's going to be small, but that seeds have to be started on 420 because
Oh, I
anybody.
didn't know that.
Yeah,
You know
anybody
what?
starting
Yeah.
seeds early will have an advantage, or there's some certain things you have to watch out for.
An advantage for the bigger ones, not
Yeah,
the shortest one, right?
That's what I was thinking, Tal, because I'm thinking there may be an exception because
Yeah.
you don't want it like for the biggest auto, obviously.
That
the
makes
biggest
sense.
Advantage, but
Yeah.
you would also have an unfair advantage on yourself if you're going for the smallest.
Hey, you know what? Don's
So-
on-
Is there a set time frame that cutoff period happens
what's that?
for the
Small.
measuring height or the biggest?
Hmm.
Because some
You-
strains are longer flowering time, so
Right.
Yeah,
well,
they
that puts the onus is on you to pick, one that's going to be done in time for us to be able, you know what I mean? If yours is going to flower for 120 days or, a real long one, I guess. Yeah, it's that's part of it,
Planning,
picking
the
the
light,
right one.
the training. This is very exciting too because size matters. We want to try to grow the biggest or the smallest.
What is that strain?
Yeah,
And some really awesome prizes to win.
if there is a time limit, if your plant is still growing, it'll probably be as tall as it'll get anyway, right? During that time limit, close to it, right?
yeah, it should. You never know with autos.
Right.
Well, you
I've
also
had strains
buddy.
that actually took longer than what they should have
Oh,
in
that's
veg
fucking
before
lag
they
on
switched.
that.
What's up, Digger?
I was,
Hi,
W.
the
Digger.
American one.
it's been a
How you
long
doing,
time.
boys?
buddy.
Hi,
Yeah,
people.
wait a minute.
Hey, what's going on?
Doc says
Dr. Coco just said July
size-
1st.
Yeah, July 1st. Okay.
Well,
That
I
is
guess
relieving
that'll
because
be a
what I'm
practice
growing
one then.
takes a little bit longer to grow.
I didn't mean to derail your tour there. I just
Oh
wanted
no,
to.
you're good. I don't want to be spreading misinformation. I just thought it was a fun idea. I didn't realize that there was like a drop date that was specific. So yeah, it's a practice one.
Well,
There you go. It's a practice.
Yeah. I got room, so we'll see what happens. But
sounds like you're
yeah,
full.
these other ones.
Do you guys hear him very good? Maybe it's mine.
Down.
Sorry, go
Can you
ahead.
hear me better now?
Yep.
Yeah.
There you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. Sorry, it's my Bluetooth. I've had like weird network connection shit, and then my Bluetooth as well. So I don't know what's going on, but anyways, yeah. So I sent Smont some pictures of these autos. Or Artman, you were there. You were on it too, and Crispy. You guys were all there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Right.
Yeah, but this one. So what I did was I didn't realize the pH was really high, and it fucked them up a little bit for one of the waterings that they got.
But that's what it ended
That
up
was with
being.
the armor psi in it as well. The armor psi apparently made it really high pH,
Yeah.
Yep.
and they just got kind of messed up. So I did like a little bit of a rinse out on them.
They don't look unhappy at the moment.
No,
So
I
that-
think they perked up pretty quick afterwards once they got like a little bit more oxygenated, fresh water down in there instead of all the salty shit.
You'll be able to grow right through that and clip them couple reminders off here in a week or two.
Yep.
What else is down there in them little pots? I might have missed that, man. He was cutting out a little bit. I apologize.
Oh no, you're good. These are autos that I just wanted to, these are final pots. I want to grow a couple little ones just to see what the difference is, because I like your idea of doing a bunch of little plants. So I want to see what I can do with autos and little pots. I've done it before and I really liked it, but it was only for one plant. So I'm not sure if it's like repeatable that I like it. So I got some autos. This one just popped up. Mothman. This one is Banana 6 crossed to Banana Auto from Ethos. This one, the seed came up with the taproot coming up out of the soil. I dug it up. It had the coddies like pointed straight down. It was completely upside down. I was like, no, there's only one that's supposed to be doing that. So I took it out. I put another seed in the same hole in there. And then this was on my Instagram. I'm sure y'all saw that with I just planted a tip.
Yep. Oh yeah. See, I'm curious to see what happens there. And just for anybody that's listening, this is what I think there's two things we should clarify there real quick. One is you mentioned about us doing smaller plants. I think that's going to be our thing, is that we're trying to find a nice equilibrium between the short veg time, the pot size, and biomass, being able to control everything and find a real nice equilibrium. We're going to sacrifice some, and we know that, in the way that we're going to continue growing, but it's not at this point totally about maximizing every single square inch of my tent as much as it is running 3 different strains of one kind.
Yeah.
I'm not molding any of them and being able to manage them well and different things. And it almost seems a little funner that way for me. And and we still get great yields. I mean, the plants that we have on our screen are not, I think we can do better than that in those pots, et cetera. But that's where we're going with that when you mentioned about little pots. And I think the second thing would be worth mentioning here is the only way that you can really control auto flowers is by their pot size, because obviously they're going to flower when they want. And if those were to go long, then they would be massive. And those 4 might easily outgrow that tent. But since you're going to start them and finish them in that same pot, I think that's the best bet on trying to control them, because they'll go buck on you get
to see how that's gonna
pan out.
I'm
All right, let me shut up. He got the upside down.
the upside down clone.
Unbelievable.
Famous.
Just cranking.
It is growing. The stem is finally growing thicker down here. But
Dr. Frankenseed.
Do you see this branch right here? Right down here? That is growing from underneath the soil. There's still leaves coming up out of here. There's like branches coming up out of here.
That's crazy.
Oh, it looks like a pretty.
That's crazy, dude.
How come those haven't rotted off yet, man? It's been weeks. We
They
talked.
knew it looks like, right? They knew.
The only thing I can think of is somehow the growth, the biomass above ground is sending the right shit down there to just keep that nice and healthy and alive. But it doesn't make sense, man. There's so
alive.
So that's the inspiration for just putting the whole. I topped these 3 of them. When I bent them over, it was all right, but I was like, fuck it. They need to slow down and let the train wreck catch up in the back there. So I topped them. I took the tip off, the apical tip. I like dunked it in the brooding Clonex gel shit, and then I put it in that little thing of sand right there, just to see, because like this shit is alive down in here.
Yeah, but seed person, you didn't bury. It looked like you buried the whole entire thing. You didn't bury. You left some leaf on above the sand, right?
No, I didn't. I buried the entire thing.
Oh, dude, I think you should have left the little tip up. It's got to catch
like
some sunlight.
One little cell for photosynthesis. Let's see what happens.
Get some sunlight. So
these weren't here.
You buried.
They weren't here. This was stripped bare. This is new growth, and it's literally coming up out of the soil.
And that's where you took the cut from.
No, I took the apical tip.
I was only going to be on the news, but I'm waiting.
That would be totally cool if it fucking comes up out of that sand.
So we'll see what happens. Yeah, but
Bizarre.
Sorry, Digger, I had to mute you, man. We were getting some kind of feedback or something there. You're welcome to unmute yourself and jump in. I don't know if he's having a lag maybe or something. I know he's off the grid there sometimes.
But I'd like to like bring up that point that the American one was making, because like that's where my brain can't like wrap around. Like, won't there need to be photosynthesis to fuel the growth? Like, would you want to have like a tip of the leaf sticking out? I just was like curious.
Look at that
Those
pancake.
look awesome.
They got big fast, bro.
We're gonna find out, Crispy. That's the coolest part. I'm living vicariously through seed person right now.
That's right. He answers all our questions.
So these popped up really quick. Yeah.
Now let me ask you.
I sprayed them with cold water. So this one's ready to be picked.
Oh, that's what I was just gonna say. You can pick that now. Can you just eat that right now and you're good, or is it must be cured before it's activated, or how's this gonna work?
You could just eat this. I'm not going to.
Come on. No,
I'm not gonna do that, but I'm gonna dry it out in a dehumidifier or food, dehumidifier, right? Dehydrator. Dehydrator. That's the word. Yeah, food dehydrator, and weigh it out so that it's only a little dose.
Okay, so that's how you get your dose correct. Now, let me ask you this: is there a way to dry these that will make, say, the effects? I'm kind of equating them to cannabis. Can you mess them up during the dry and they won't be as potent or anything like that, or is that kind of
No, it's all the psilocybin is in there. It's a different kind of compound.
Okay, so
you would lose triterpenoids, which is if you want to, get into like mushroom health stuff, like different mushrooms have different triterpenoids. And so that's why you would take like a reishi mushroom or something like that, is for the triterpenoids. I'm not a expert on it at all. Like there's some good stuff online. I think Shango has a good episode about it and stuff like that. But the compound I'm looking for is just the psilocybin, so I'm going to use just a 1/4 gram of it, like on a regime, every other day or whatever. So
that's pretty cool. Yeah, because I was already thinking, can if we grow mushrooms, can we put them in the Kelotrol to dry them out?
There's our buddy Digger. We can hear you now, man. I was getting some feedback earlier.
Yeah, I was moving my laptop around. Sorry. I just wanted to pop on and tell you the good news.
What's the
good news. We love to hear good news.
Excellent.
Yeah, we love to hear good news. Okay, so me and my wife has moved over to Ellsworth.
So you're
moving?
You're in the city now, or in the
we're in a new apartment over and over.
So congratulations.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
No more off the grid.
Thank you very much. Excuse me?
Still breaking up a little.
Yeah, you are breaking up a little.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll take care of that. We gotta get some different than that.
You'll have to get a Wi-Fi booster or something to plug into the wall or something like that. But
No,
it's really-
we're on with a whole bunch of people.
Okay.
We're in an apartment complex.
It's great to hear
I
from
just want to call and say hi to the American one for one thing, and just tell you folks we're really happy where we're at. And I'm going to be jumping on from time to time when we can get our internet better.
That would be awesome for you to come back, and we're so glad to hear that you all moved and you're safe and you're happy, and we look forward to hearing from you. More
Yeah,
often.
Jacob.
Yeah,
Thanks for coming up, man. Thanks for
thank
saying
you very
hello.
much.
Good
Oh,
to
you're
see
very
you.
welcome.
Yeah, I'm still popping seeds though. Ha ha.
right on.
Good, good.
Always be popping those
Okay.
seeds.
All right. Well, everybody on the panel, thanks a lot for all your help. You've been really nice people.
Take care, buddy.
Oh yeah.
Catch you later.
Okay, I'm gonna be leaving. Thank you.
See you, W.
See
Daniel.
you.
Later, dear.
Seed person, I did want to say that Automation is Freedom. It was asking what kind of mushrooms that those were.
Oh,
Those are Mazatopic is the strain. They're
Mazza-
psilocybin cubensis.
There you go. I read that question. I'm like, yeah, that's a great question.
it is. Well, I guess we can show them our tent real quick, huh? And get my-
Yeah, we can
Well,
do
hell
that.
yeah, we better. Let's see
And
it.
while we're doing that, I'm going to throw the link up for everybody to go over and sign up for the SAFC. We're going to be dropping seeds on 420. Size matters is the theme of the challenge. And the side challenges are who can grow the biggest autoflower and who can grow the smallest autoflower. So go ahead and get signed up, and the really cool prizes to win over there for the biggest and the smallest plant. And it's just a lot of fun. And I'm glad that a lot of our friends here, we're all going to be over there doing it.
growing the same stuff too.
Oh yeah, the same genetics. That's always fun too.
We're calling down the thunder in a good way, a good friendly competition. Actually, the real challenge is between the autoflower and myself. I'm going to try to fill a whole 4x4 with one of them.
Oh yeah.
And so it's-
That's my plan as well.
if I screw up,
Yeah.
even just 2 or 3 days is all it would take. A little glitch in the matrix
Yep.
for a couple of days, and it'll reflect. And that's why it's important for everybody to kind of start at the same time too. Just the difference of 2 days. When you get into a lot of veg, you're getting 2-3 inches a day, and so you figure if you're a day or two behind or a day or two early, that's going to work out in your favor or not in your favor, depending on what you're going for. And but it's all in good fun, and the challenge is between you and the autoflower. And I gotta say, there's a couple of my buddies I've been throwing elbows into their ribs and telling them like,
It's on.
it's on. You call down the thunder. We're gonna see, and it's just all in good fun. And so. But anyhow, this is our tent here from the. It's 8 weeks today. We flipped,
Happy birthday. Woo, woo.
we flipped just a little bit than everybody else because we ran into some problems, and that's kind of why they stayed so small. And they're in smaller pots. It helped us kind of fulfill a little test run of things we wanted to do. We had some other plants that needed flowered out that were much older. But anyhow, back left, you'll see it's tied up. That's a mimosa from Homegrown Cannabis Company. And she folded up like a cheap suit whenever it was processing the water out of the pot too fast, quicker than we could put it in even twice a day. And so
For her top heaviness.
she just started falling over because the pot was and then I tried to tie her down with some yarn, and that didn't even help. And she fell a couple times, and that ended up creating floppy colas that just didn't want to stay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm thinking, son of a bitch. So it's all lassoed up back there.
I threw some
Staked out.
yeah, I threw some little stakes in there. So like Smart said, well, we don't have a choice but to harvest this plant. He was bent over. Smart has some pictures on Instagram of the post that he did. And I thought, she is too, it's not time. I don't want to do that. If we can maybe keep her alive for a little bit of time. I've seen plants super cropped, and when I was angry going into a tent and just bending them over and they just refused to die, I figured I'm tying her up and giving her a chance. So that's what I did. Staked her, tied her buds up, and she's gonna make it with the rest. Maybe one more week.
So I was thinking I can go in there and move the camera around on there. But so what we have next to her is a real frosty one to the right, untopped forbidden fruit, which is that one's from MSNL, and it's pretty old. It actually was held in veg for like 60 or 90 days or something, pretty much a whole cycle. And then we flowered it with them other ones. The one on the right of that is a mimosa. It wasn't topped because
that was the apple fritter.
Or the apple fritter, I'm sorry.
Apple fritter,
Yeah, and it's not topped because it was slightly sick whenever flip time came. And then up front here, you have two forbidden fruits on the front left. And what's this one on the other? That another mimosa?
Yeah.
Another mimosa clear to the right. And then we got a couple of little solo cups, single colas that we kind of just threw in there because we figured, what the hey, right?
But you know what? I do want to say with that plant folding over, I know Seed Person had mentioned that he has done this small pots before, or he's interested in it. One thing that I learned is these pots need to be aerated better. I want to, the next run, if we're going to go small pots, I want the air pots. And they need to be anchored. They need to be anchored hardcore to that platform because they're very top heavy. Like you jiggle that a little bit. I have a long watering spout that I carefully go between the plants to water those, and one little bump like gets them to rocking, and it's
Those were big buds too. Those are huge. It's no wonder they bent
well,
over. They're large.
They're bigger than I thought that they would, get. I'm happy with the buds, and just there's things that we will do different. Training will be something that we're really going to have to be on top of and pay close attention to when we're doing this. So like Smart said before, this is kind of like an experiment. Let's see what can happen. Why not? And now we have a lot of ideas for how we're going to do after we do the spring autoflower challenge, because I think that we should go the 3-gallon air pot, or it's not quite 3 gallons, but to do that. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Can you see it really good?
Here, let me.
I put my fat head.
Yeah, I see your fat head.
You can shut that camera off. God only made a few
Good thing you
heads.
shaved today.
God only made a few good heads on the rest he put hair. Let's see here. Did I have
Okay,
one?
there you go. Sorry.
Yeah, this is the forbidden fruit here. Look how little they are, though. They're not massive. But that's the pot there, you can see. And you can see the stems are all purple. I don't think it's very healthy since the first day, because it just wasn't, man. It just give us a whole bunch of shit. The only reason this one don't have any big fan leaves, because they all look like hell. Made me realize it was a reminder that it wasn't healthy from the door, so I cut them all off. I figured the hell with it. We'll see what happens. And then
Hey, if you want to flip your phone sideways,
Yeah,
we can get a full-
Put your phone sideways, man. What's the matter with you? Hey, we never get to say that.
I know.
It's usually him saying it.
I know, that's great.
This is the one that folded. It's really top heavy. The buds are real dense. They're not massive.
Yeah, they look good.
Yeah, they're hard. See, that's
They're
got
smaller than I thought.
it's got cocoa all in it, but boy, they're really hard, man. Trying to squeeze them, and they stack kind of deep, I guess. You know, I don't know. It's size is a weird thing. Now this one here is really excited about this. I'm going to try to get close, see if you can see the strikes all over it, man. It's pretty frosty. It really doesn't come through in that other camera. I don't know if it will on this one either.
It's
There it
a
goes.
little bit. Yeah, that's a good pick. That's a good indicator.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's the and then over here is the apple fritter. It looks like it's going to be one of the slower ones to finish, but we haven't scoped it yet. It's pretty frosty. I mean,
It looks like it's gonna be all good. All of it.
man.
Yeah.
And then you know, we got these ones. There's a couple lower ones. I probably should have trimmed them off, but I didn't want to mess with them. And yeah, this is a fun little grow here. And then we got these two little sticks here.
That's our one cola challenge plants. There's two of them, an apple fritter and a mimosa.
Boy, the stink on my hand. Now it's something. But yeah, this has been a fun little test. And I think we can do better. We'll be able to get them off to a better start, get them finished a little quicker. But it'll be fun to get these pots with some auto ferts dripping in there, which will help us create a more consistent environment. And I think they'll do. I'm not unhappy, but I think we can do a little better than this and keep them a little bit healthier for a little bit longer in the beginning, especially was where we fell short here. But anyhow, let me shut this off, come back in, and we'll see. Oh.
It's a nice variety. It's going to be real nice in the jars.
There we go. Yeah, I can't wait to have those that apple fritter and the mimosa through the Canatrol. I'm excited about those two strains. And like Smart said, when we you know, that apple fritter, we didn't want to top her or anything because she was kind of sick. And you can't tell that now from the finished crop, you know, she looks nice. I mean, I know it reflects on our yield, but
It's a lot of fun doing
it's
this one.
still fun.
But yeah, it would be nice to get this one down and, you know, get a fresh start on something. I see some other stuff. I was over there and I don't know what's going on over here. You know what I mean? What else we got on the topic here? What's going on in chat? I see someone new to the chat, left field. Welcome to the show. Said they're growing some skull kush. Is that what it was?
Skull Kush.
That's what it said. Skull kush.
Nico D's loving bacon again.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, I love bacon too. One of my favorites. We always got the bacon in the house.
Let's see.
No, but I was talking about getting air pots. When we do this again now, when we start up, the Spring Autoflower Challenge that's coming up on Thursday, we're going to be dropping seeds for the Size Matters Challenge. I'm going to post that link in chat so you can all go over there and sign up. This will
Are
be
you guys doing a drop show for that?
I'm thinking about it. I don't know. I got starting a big job that day, so I don't know if I'll be able to. If I do, it might be maybe like some kind of midnight show or something. As soon as it hits 420, boom, drop them, and then go get
Midnight on 420.
Like that's your biggest advantage. I mean, if I'm dropping at midnight here as opposed to dropping at maybe 6 p.m., that's a lot of hours for that to start up.
I mean, every inch.
Yeah, I only do a 12-hour soak anyway. So if I dropped at midnight and noon, I could be putting in plugs.
Yeah, because from the second that you put that in water, that clock is started. You started the clock.
That's it. I mean, but yeah, I think we're going to try to maybe get something in there. I don't know. Keep your ears posted.
You know,
right?
I think you got all the plants are gonna reach potential, even if you waited probably 5 days. No,
They would. They
Yeah, you're
But come
right.
Yeah,
It's
but it's a
90
mental
days.
thing, Tal, man. It's a mental thing.
mental,
there you
man.
go. Okay,
And it's
I'm like, wow, man, they're really bugging over 6 hours. I'll be like,
you don't realize the amount of closed door good ribbing. I won't call it shit talking that goes on there a little bit. So I'm trying to get everything that I can, man. You know.
there you go. Psych them out, smart. Get into her brain.
I told my wife, her and I have to camp out in the grow room for a week straight during veg. I had some CO2.
You have some good good karma.
That's it, dude.
And I'd be like, you know what? It'll be
Singing
great.
to him.
You know, like it'll take us back to the days where we were helicopter parents.
You right on top of them.
And oh my goodness,
Grow,
CO2.
dang it, grow.
CO2 will do it.
I got
2
the-
people in a room or tents. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll raise it up probably what,
A
at least
lot.
800?
That
Over
more,
1,000?
probably more than that with 2 people. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say
Yeah,
at least.
over
Yeah.
1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, that room's
The
Absolutely.
space
also-
is 400.
I think that
Yeah.
room's a 12 by 14. Something like that. So 2 people,
All right. Well,
and
couple tents. Yeah.
yeah,
play devil's advocate. I could just say I started an autoflower. I'll get me the biggest sativa I have in my seed collection. And come July 1st, the thing will be like through the ceiling.
Oh yeah,
who's the rep?
this is my auto. This is my white widow.
This is one reason why we kind of want some sort of documentation, hopefully, on
yeah.
No, you're all yeah.
in the
I
journal.
can't.
You got to keep the journal.
I have faith in everyone in this
That's what I was
community
saying,
has
you know.
a conscience.
Yeah.
What do they
And-
call that? An
'Cause I-
honor or whatever. Honor system.
Yeah.
The honor system. I didn't think about this. Somebody else had brought it up, and I probably shouldn't even say nothing, you know. But they said, well, what if, you know, someone could potentially already have an autoflower or a photo period going, and it'd be pretty big, and then later on flip it and say, look, you know, this is my autoflower. I started with you guys, blah blah blah, or whatever. And meanwhile, they did like a, you know, you could
Switch
That
or
makes
a
sense.
switch,
Yeah.
like a
You
standing.
could invest in it. Invest it for a
Yeah, to get that timing right would be a pain in the ass switching them up.
would.
But
It
Yeah.
would, but you know how people are.
you could do anything. Yeah, but
It's pretty.
people-
It's good. The
I'm just going to
sure.
try to start out with a genetic that is on the sativa side. That way, I get the bigger plant.
Dude, people have shown pictures of those autoflowers that are huge, man.
I
So
mean,
yeah, if you get the right genetics, my poker knows. I know he knows. So I'd be asking him what he's popping and copy that kid.
Well, I
Good.
plan on doing Bruce Banner,
Oh,
and it's
Is it all
it's
inside?
no,
Is it
yes.
strictly inside or is it
Oh, I don't
outside
know
allowed?
about that.
Oh, that's a good
What's
question
the
Let's
question?
too.
talk about
Chat.
that.
Oh, I was gonna
Yeah, that
say, what if you starve it of light, it might stretch more. If it's only height, is it only height? Like, is that the measurement? Height?
no, it's biggest
Overall, yeah.
Mass.
Like
I
big
see.
yard.
Good questions that must be asked because you can even give it some sort of hormone to make it all stretched out like a retard. Or a special person
Yeah.
in today's PC world.
PGRs.
Yeah.
I-
Talking about PGR or
Yeah.
will that really
Yeah.
work?
I
Like,
don't know.
I don't know. Here I am thinking like a terrorist. I don't know why. I always think of the scams involved with everything. I don't know what it is with me. I'm sorry.
No,
like, our
Bring it to
question
light.
is that, you know,
we hope to know it's going to go to those
Hey,
measures.
Doc's
Acrylic
yelling at us
acid.
for teaching everybody how to cheat.
Yeah, I see that.
We're gonna have to have a closer look at your plant, Al.
I
We're gonna
think
need to
they're
get some
like one of the
genetic
main
testing
things
done.
is, you know, we're to have fun, to grow together, and to grow the bigger. I don't think that people are out there to, unless they're
Yeah, no
already
one's going through that
No.
trouble. Yeah.
you know, if they're
That'd be
already doing
petty.
that in their garden, then and that's their grow style and has been their grow style, well then, you know, then that's just what it is at that point. But yeah, I think with documentation, because if you go over to Cocoa for Cannabis and look through the journals, there are some really good documentation that you can get to back up your story, you know.
Here's
Yeah,
a-
I'm only messing.
You're right. You're right,
Everybody's cool.
Crispy.
Here's also, I wanted to say, not only is it a lot of fun to grow an auto against all your friends, and there's cool prizes attached to it this year. The smallest auto flower winner will get the Mars FCE 3000. That's the one with the diodes more centered towards the ends. It kind of covers a little better. And then you have, for the biggest auto flower, they will win the FC 4800. And I think that's pretty cool. So
yeah, those are nice prizes to be winning.
yeah, it's nice of Mars and for Doc and them to set all that up and get a prize set up.
Not to
Yeah, I
mention,
think this is the first time Doc's used a light for a prize on the in any of the challenge, right?
Can't
I
remember.
know, but shout out to Doc. That's awesome. He has given
Yeah,
away many
yeah.
light.
Yes, sir.
The challenges have come a long way.
And there's a lot of people in the community that have lights because of his work.
yes.
And
Right.
hooking people up with grow sponsor or giving them away because they helped with challenges or did grower love giveaway, or they came to a premiere. You know, there's multiple ways. And, it's funny because there's been times where he's had a couple lights for and he offered them up, and everybody that was eligible for them was like, you know what, I already got 2 lights.
Yeah, I don't need a light. What else you got?
Yeah.
Doc's like, this is pretty wild. I've given away a lot of lights. Now it's getting harder and harder to do so. But it's nice because he also mentions that if you look back like 5 years ago, maybe 8 out of 10 tents you would see would be underlit, you know, because of false marketing and
Right.
misunderstandings, and just that's how it was, you know, and plus the cost of electricity and everything. So now people have, you know, better options because they're more consumer educated
Yeah.
because of his work and other people in the community that try to push for that, like Bruce Buggy. I always like him.
Yeah, because that's one of your biggest investments in your grow is that light. So getting that right is very important.
Yeah.
Indeed. So it's awesome. You know, you got great prizes that you can win, but let's not forget one of the most important things is the clout and the title that you will hold of growing the biggest or the smallest.
I was
All right, Doc's going to have to come up with a new badge just for the winners.
Hey, I see you. This is a family program. You have to talk to your dogs, man. No, I like buddy. They look like they're a couple of healthy hounds there. How many you got?
Hey, 3. I did have 4, but lost one last year. So
That.
I know that's your extended family right there. No one's coming around your house without being announced.
no, definitely not. It's when you get more than one, they become a pack, and yeah,
Part of that.
they set their own rules.
It's a 3-dog night. That's what they say, right?
That's a cold night because you need the 3 dogs to keep you warm.
They do keep you warm. You know, they are. You shouldn't come. You shouldn't. You know, when your dogs lie with you, and you shouldn't have them in bed with you and under covers and stuff. It's not good for the dogs because their body temperatures, they can't handle it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but they keep us warm. It's like the old Spanish as well. They use goats and sleep with goats and stuff. Sheep. Go on in.
You have cats. A lot of us have cats, and he has the 3 dogs there.
We want to be both. I want a puppy. I'd like to have some chickens and some rabbits.
Yeah.
I want to go.
Sounds like someone's knocking on the doorbell, or I guess ringing the doorbell. VPP grow some beef.
Nice. We'll get to see these plants. Nice treat. And to answer
Oh, I put coat hangers in my tent, by the way, too, in one of my tents anyway.
yeah, that's such a great idea. I love it.
What
you
is
know, the hangers in the corner of the tent. So, like, great idea.
Did it work good for you, Kyle? Did it work like you expected?
Yeah, I had these funky hangers that are like plastic, but they're flat. They don't like the round ones.
Yep,
It was perfect.
Oh
But
yeah, yeah.
I don't even have an oscillating fan, but just to have it so that the walls ain't getting sucked in is an awesome thing, man. It's very good.
Yeah, I wanted to say we're all growing the sticky dicky.
Yes, I wanted to answer it like because you said earlier we'll ask us what we're growing, and we're gonna try to grow the biggest sticky dicky and maybe the smallest sticky dicky.
We haven't grown
So
any
what's the genetics on that?
sticky dicky. Did I write it down?
I
I
don't
don't think I wrote it down. Did I?
No, but like you
Let me
know,
look it up quick.
yeah, because I'll have to write these entries into my journal once they're dropped. So, and I'll need to know it's a great question. I'm curious too. I can't even believe I didn't even think of that until just now. Really?
I've just
Everybody's
never
going along with the
heard of the
crowd.
strain before, so I didn't know what the lineage was.
Let's see here, sticky dicky, huh? When he's ready, we can put him up there. You want?
Oh yeah, here.
VPD, huh?
While we're looking for those genetics, we're gonna.
I seen he can come up. He got some too. Whenever we're done there, I found this sticky dicky.
Okay, I'm sorry. There we go. Yep, beep.
VP.
Hey everybody, how's everyone
Yeah, those
There
today?
he
folks
is.
looking happy, man. Good.
Hey, I got the lineage here real quick before we start. It's the sticky dicky is autocritical crossed with AK-47 auto crossed with amnesia.
Dude, that sounds good though. Yeah.
It does sound good.
Yeah, that sounds like a really, really heady high. Yeah, that'd be a great choice to grow.
It's a Cal whatever. I don't know what your thoughts are on Cal Cushman, but it seems like he endorses it. So yeah, man. I don't know. It sounds good. We're gonna try.
We're trying it out, and I'm excited.
That's one of the fun parts of it to see what happens, man.
Right.
Oh, nice canopy.
Yes.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful garden you got going on.
You flipped.
Thank you. 5th day of flower, I believe. It's my first time actually trying to scrog. And it's gonna be full.
You got about 20 days that's going to be full left to fill out. You're going to need that other net.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what I'm doing, but here we are, and not too bad at the moment.
It looks
A
great.
bit of a hole going on here.
Yeah.
Lots of stretching. I fed them yesterday. We're strapped in and we're going.
Can you work any of those over a little bit? Try to work some of that heavy mass towards the middle, work some of that little stuff over there and kind of fill in some of the other little, it's not all easy. Timing can be tough because right now they won't stay, but in 3 days, it's like, damn, it's a whole different ball game. But yeah, you're doing a great job.
Yeah,
You're catching all your light, brother. All the light's pretty much being caught. And you got a couple little holes, but I don't think anyone would consider that a loss, you know?
Not for long.
Yeah.
It's going to fill in.
Long.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. You ain't going to have any holes.
There's not too bad. My first
Nope.
attempt, and last run I put in a net for emotional support. I put it in at the end of stretch just to support them, I guess. And I got just over 8 ounces from the 2 plants. So we're in 7-gallon air pots this time instead of fabrics. And I'm doing my scrog, and we'll see how much we beat it by.
Are these plants bigger or about the same? looking?
I think they'll be bigger.
Okay.
I think I'm feeding them better, and they're getting better light levels and a little stretch. Last time they doubled in height, so I'm hoping to get more than double during the stretch. I don't know, we'll see. Getting ready for the spring auto flower challenge here. I think I'm gonna do the Gravely Ghost Beach. Ghost Beach is California Snow by Ghost OG, and Gravely is Planet of the Grapes by Ghost OG. And I'll
Nice.
try them in these. And so I'm gonna start them in these, and then I'll probably finish them in 3 gallons. And I adopted out my big solo cups. And there's one that's coming, but we'll see what happens with that.
All right.
I love those little air pots. I want more than just the size we have. That's my future goal, is to get various sizes of those air pots.
Yeah.
So I got the starters, the 3s, and I had to buy the 7s. And I think I might have to order another round of 7s. Because when I harvest these, I don't think they'll quite be available for the next transplant thing. So I think I'll need an extra set.
Right. I see.
But I'm liking the air pots.
Yeah, and it's kind of nice to mention that. Well, one, you can definitely get a discount by going to Doc MJ's page and using that. You can save some money. The real air pots are quite expensive, man. That's a hell of a markup for plastic. But we use the knockoffs, and I want to tell people they work just as good, you know. And as long as you put them together right and everything, they'll work great. And you can save some money by buying the knockoffs. That's one thing where you can kind of save some money. They might be a little bit thinner plastic, or something, you know, but all in all, you don't have to pay that full price. But there's a certain way
inside out.
It's like generic cocoa. It tastes just like the Nestle's, but you know,
you mean hot cocoa.
The hot cocoa.
I thought you meant cocoa.
No, I meant the hot cocoa.
Hot cocoa.
Marshmallows.
No, I just wanted to mention, let's save you some money too, you know, because they are nice to have, but the real ones are expensive. The actual AirPod brand name. Yeah, 5 days in, man, you're gonna feel out nice.
Yeah, I flipped on the 12th. Started.
You're growing along with us in the Spring Auto Flower Challenge here in a few days. Where are you gonna put those ones at? You got other space up there.
They're going in my veg tent. I've emptied out the veg tent, and I'm gonna grow 2 autos in there. I started a seed in there. I don't know what I'll do with that. But yeah, I'm giving up my veg space for the Spring Auto Flower Challenge.
Nice.
Yeah, I was gonna try and grow just small ones under my canopy, but that wouldn't be right. So I'm gonna try and grow 3 gallons. It's a tight space, but we'll do it. See what happens. I'm excited.
It's an adventure, you know, like, you know, we're going to try this roller coaster. Okay. We're getting in our seats, or they're putting the bar down over our laps. Let's see where this journey and adventure is going to take us.
Click.
Click.
Hey, Tom, ask you real quick. Oh, it was on my mind. People buy a lot of seeds during the 420 sales. Is the Breeders Collective or Daga Garden or anybody having any sales that you know of with your seeds? I seen Smiley's Garden was in the chat earlier too, and you guys have.
You know, Smiley's doing a sale over at Smiley's Angels. Oh, I forget what his code is though. Happy 420 maybe.
Well, if Smiley does, maybe he'll be kind enough to jump back in and post his link if he can there. I don't have it offhand, but yeah, that'd be.
Or if anybody else in chat has that link and can post for that.
And
discount.
what about you, Tal?
I don't know. They do their own thing. I know Breeders Collective has like deals going on, and I saw an IG post where they like, if you buy a certain amount, you get a bunch free.
Yes.
You know,
nice.
stuff like that. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I saw that too. I was like, what?
27 seeds for free or something? It was a big number.
Yeah,
Maybe.
something really good. I was like, yeah, good.
Yeah.
Okay, Smiley says his happy 420. You were right. Happy 420.
All right.
And if anybody wants to post that link up there, and because I know now is a time where you can really, people kind of anticipate spending a little bit of money right now and getting some things that they've had their eye on. And I know how much Amy Aces and Sky Stompers and all these other strains that you guys have been putting out there is getting a lot of attention. People might want to jump on them right now. So it's nice to keep that the link flowing, the communication flowing there.
I found
Good
the
point.
so I
Thank
did that
you.
up there.
Right
And
on.
she put his happy 420 to everyone listening.
Says Smiley's 50% off. That's huge.
That's
Yep.
huge.
Yeah,
Huge. So
It
now
is. It's huge.
Now's the time to buy lights. Now's the time to
yeah,
buy
yeah.
getting those
Testing
holiday
kits,
sales.
everything.
Anatron.
It's like stoners get an
Anatron.
extra Christmas.
Yep.
So yeah, there's a lot of good deals, and a lot of places will let you stack codes with discounts. So check that out.
And yeah, that's what pretty much made me think about it, because during Christmas time I saw some really good deals and I didn't capitalize on them. And a couple of them were like they lasted a lot longer, you know, but then they did disappear and I was like, fuck. But like, yeah, you just got to be patient. It'll all come around
Yep.
again. Get shit cheap. So don't
Well, one of the reasons is because of the summertime is a slow selling season. They don't sell as they anticipate that they're going to drop off sales soon. So now's the time to unload some inventory and really have, clean up on a volume kind of end of the deal, because until fall comes back around, I think that's when it picks back up. There's like, I don't know. What do I know about the market and shit? But that's kind of how I see it, drop off, right?
I see that, if you're a grower out there and you're looking for equipment and you're tight on funds and you gotta pinch your pennies, I know that life. So I will wait for sales and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And it's nice. And then you get to celebrate. Even if you're not going to be growing for the summer or whatever, you want to anticipate what you're going to be doing. And so
Because the next big sale will be Black, and that's clear in
Yeah.
November. That's
Yeah.
the next you get the sex test on sale and shit. So you got a big
jump
stretch
it.
there. Said keep your eyes peeled down below for the description. We'll try to get some more links to them. Even if they ain't ours, we'll get them linked in there so people can buy shit that they need or want.
Right.
Price.
I'll thank our friends for posting links in there for I want to thank Russ and Ante for posting that link for Ashram Supplies. If you're looking for anything.
Like bags. I need bags.
Yeah, we do. We really do. I want to press the dry sift. I think that's like going to be a motivator for us to get the press back out.
Yep.
But we got to get the right equipment to get away.
Hey, I wanted to tell everyone that D grows some bushes is also volunteered his time to help be a group leader in the upcoming
the challenge committee
and
leader.
It's cool. So it's always nice when friends jump in there, and I know Puffy D's been part of that before, and I know there's been other people that come on the show that have also donated some time, and other people will get their turn or will do it when they have the right time, and it's a lot of fun, and we appreciate it. So thanks again, D, and to everybody who's helping out,
And it is fun to be a part of the challenge. And if you haven't never been and you're listening to the show, come join us for the SAFC if you like being a part of this awesome community. If you're interested in becoming a challenge committee leader for future grows,
let us know. Oh, I seen he had some other clones and stuff to show us. I totally caught up and then
we got a lot of exciting things coming around.
we went from
Christmas time.
We went from hound dogs to clones, man. Those things are big. Remember how small they were sitting on the edge? I kept telling him, I was like, they're gonna fall, they're gonna fall.
Yeah, these are the Raspberry Soul clones that I took. I don't normally take clones, but I thought I'd just keep my game up a little bit and see how it rocks. But I'm now trying to see. This one got quite stiff on me, so I'm now just trying to break
it up a little bit. It's got some big, healthy leaves. There's not a burnt tip in the house with that soil you got.
Yeah.
It's nice to see when someone has that soil really working well for them, man, because I gotta say, I never had our soil dialed in just like that. And it's one of the reasons that I had to step off.
Yeah, this one's root beer freeze. Yeah, got a little bit angry. This has been potted up 2 days ago.
Folded up like a lawn chair over there. I like those little clips. You take those off. They always dug into my plant real bad, man. They'd open them up.
Yeah, I'll let that sit there for 2 or 3 days until this stays as a solid bend on there. That won't want to stand back up. That'll stiffen up now within the next couple of days. And I can take the clip off. But generally, I'll leave them on there.
We put those on our auto flowers, couple grows. It was like 3 years ago. We bought them black ones and put them on there all over the thing. We started coming in and finding them on the floor. It was breaking them, man. It was literally snapping them.
Yep.
It was growing so fast that it would just snap them in two. And a lot of them just stayed hung up in there, but they were broken too, you know? and they would be 2 or 3 inches apart. It was weird. It was like someone put a nail in a tree and then come back 5 years later and be, you know, much higher than where you put it in at. That's how it was. And I was thinking, and so we need the adjustable ones. That like the ones we had were 3D printed. They weren't the strongest, man, and they were cheap.
Yeah, I think it was like the material. They were made out of different material. They wasn't broken, but I did find that they were fun to use on the side challenges that are the single or the solo cup. So I used them on a solo cup grow, and my plant really, like I tamed it, and it really got pretty big. I was surprised at the size of plant that I got out of a solo cup. That took a lot of watering, a lot of work. I was surprised at that too.
Yeah, you can. I do like the challenge of a small root space, you know, but I've always had a theory on if you can get the soil to go from saturated to dry at least once a day, you'll have decent sized buds. You know, if you can get it to consume everything in a day, and the small pots, so, you know, sometimes you might have to do it 2 or 3 times a day.
Right.
But it has an effect where it seems to maximize the growth. It's the plants like to go from dry to wet, and that's always been the rule, you know, is everyone's saying with the living soil, oh, you need to keep it wet and saturated. Yeah, I'm a little bit of a fan of you keep not keeping it too saturated, because then you're going to be battling the issues of.
Oh yeah, you're going to get a hypoxia, and I agree with you. I think for us, we grow in a much different style, obviously, but I like the little pots are easier for me to control root zone, EC, pH, all that, and saturation. You know, it's easier to. It seems to me, and this might sound crazy, it seems if just based on this growth, we have smaller pots require less overall water than bigger pots with bigger plants. So it seems like you can almost get close to the same amount of biomass with less runoff. And I don't know if that's going to stand true, but it felt like it during this growth. So, but either way, we've grown in 5s, 3s, 2s, 1s, solo cups. And I like around a 1-2 gallon pot, because we can control that on the entire volume of that very quickly and easily. It can be changed if it needs to, and it's much easier to keep it, you know, where we want it. So I agree. But like I say, we're down to the last 5 minutes already. I want to make sure everybody gets a chance to say goodbye. I want to make sure everybody feels the truth and the heartfelt thank you that we tell people when we say we appreciate you coming on here and sharing with us. We appreciate you interjecting in the chat and bringing good content for everybody. And I also wanted to say, if you're in the chat, you can feel free to share a link to whatever you feel is near and dear to your heart. And we trust everybody that it won't be to porn or something crazy. So Discord channel or an Instagram channel, YouTube, whatever. If you have a
Or
discount
if you're in the
code,
marketplace and you are selling goods and you
yeah,
just you can throw
pretty
it out
much.
there.
Oh, we see the
We
same
can check
names.
them out, right?
That's it.
We want to see all of our friends successful. And
How's it to go? The rising tide raise all ships.
that's
So,
right.
if you have it there, and it seems like all the same names all the time are in the chat, so we're pretty much familiar with most everybody there.
Family.
Yeah. So anyhow, that being said, we'll go straight down the line here and say our goodbyes, starting with our buddy Artman.
Artman 420 underscore over at Instagram. And I hang out at CFC over Cocoa for Cannabis in chat. Thanks for having me.
Always appreciate it, buddy. Your rainbow butter's looking real
Yes.
nice.
Mhm.
Can't wait to see our whole square filled up again there soon, man.
Yes,
All
sir.
the time. How's that hash got you feeling? All right.
Oh yeah.
What's that?
How's that hash got you feeling?
Oh, I'm doing real good. I smoked a couple of Dukes since then, so
Right
yeah.
on. Next up, we'll do CD.
Oh yeah, it's Iceni Special Branch on Instagram. You have to scroll all the way down to the bottom. That's where you'll find me if you want a message me or anything.
Thanks, IC. Always wonderful to see them worms and to get some insight on there. And we really appreciate your input every Sunday, and we're glad you're able to make it. And yeah, buddy, we hope to see you moving forward and looking at the harvest and all that good stuff. Making some new beds, as we call them, even though they're 30 gallons.
Yeah,
I like that. That's a
they're
bed.
movable beds. Movable
Yeah.
beds.
It's a child's bed, whatever, you know. That's what I think. It's small, but it's a bed. So next up would be our buddy. They switched on me, Puffy D.
Hey, you can find me on Instagram at Puffy D 1974. I post a lot of my pics over there for public consumption, so you get some really good shots over there. Some buds and plants and stuff throughout the grow. Also find me at Cocoa for Cannabis chat room pretty much every day. So any questions or need help with anything, you can hit me up over there. I'd be glad to help anybody who needs it.
Right on. I know people seek you out for clone help and different other kinds of things, you know, so it's always nice to see you sharing that. So thanks. And let's see here. Next is VPD Grow Some Bushes.
Hey everyone, thanks for having me up. I update my progress learn to grow on YouTube a little. I'm just making my way over to Cocoa for Cannabis. Want to have some fun and learn with everybody over there and getting my feet wet. So hope to see everyone soon.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay, and last but not least is the American one.
That's right.
Yo, Smart Crispy, always good to hang with you guys, everyone in chat and on the panel. Artman, Puffy D, Iceni, VPD. Always good to see everyone. You know me, I'm the American one on the YouTube and the American one _with_ Keens on the IG. And yeah, I always love seeing all the plants in the gardens and the experiments with freaking Seed Person. That's totally cool. Awesome. And yeah, thanks for showing us your plants, everyone. And we'll catch you next week or whenever. I'll see you around.
Right on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cheers to the ones that had to drop out.
Yes. Yeah. Thanks for everybody that has always coming back, showing up, being here, you know, is awesome. And we're going to be hanging out with the American one later and on the Cheap Home Grows. And we'll be over there. Catch us there. You can also find me tomorrow. I'll be at the Ask Dr. Coco. You can sign up for the Patreon. I posted his link. And you'll find me back here on Wednesday and the Smart Poker YouTube channel. Thank you so much, everybody. I'm Crispy Wannabe. Thank you, Smart Poker.
You're welcome.
Grow or love.
Thank you. Grow or love, everybody.